What's up, guys? Welcome back to RT2CC Comic Club. Justin here, and it's actually going to be a 3-day recap today. But it's going to be a short video because this is for Thursday the 13th, Friday the 14th, and Monday the 17th. This was the weekend I went to Lake Tahoe with my girlfriend, and so that Friday when we left, I didn't take many screenshots at all, and then I forgot to take screenshots of the balances and everything. So I kind of calculated it based on the next day's balance, so it's not 100% accurate, so I'm just kind of skipping over that day completely. So it'll basically be Thursday and then Monday. So let's just get into it and see how fast we can do this. Alright, so the trades that we did on the 13th, which was Thursday, we sold our Kronos calls, and you can see our returns weren't amazing. You know, we lost on one, gained on the other, but ended up a little bit down. But that was all the trades that we did. And then Friday I didn't do any trades, and then Monday when I came back from Lake Tahoe, didn't do any trades because I was in the plane most of the day and I just didn't feel like it, I guess. So let's just this next screenshot I'm going to show you guys this is when Elon Musk and Joe Rogan did that podcast. If you look at the views that they got with Elon Musk's interview, I just want to point that out, and I think that's pretty awesome that his interview got 11 million views. This was a long time ago, by the way. This screenshot was taken on the 13th. And so only 6 days in, it got 11 million views. And if you can compare that to the views it got from even the older videos, less than 500,000 on one, barely over 500,000 on the other, I think it kind of goes to show that a lot of people know who Elon Musk is. I think that's a good thing. A lot of people probably like him, and I think that's also a good thing, obviously. So I think that's a good thing. That's a good sign, and you know, I just wanted to point that out because I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, let's see how the stocks did. The stocks did well on Thursday, so the Dow finished up 147, Nasdaq 59. So let's look at our winners real quick. So by the way, I'm thinking of doing like just the top 12 winners because it's just really no point in seeing the winners that I made like $10 on. So I'm just going to be doing my top 12 for the most part from here on out, because they're the most important ones anyways. So looking at the winners here, we had our Apple call. This was one of our recent purchases too, because you can see and I'm also putting the total profit now on the far right. So I added another column for you guys to look at. That way on any given day you can see what the total profit was, as was recommended by a couple of you guys. So yeah, I just want to put that in there. Yeah, so our Apple call, Nvidia calls, Tilray calls were doing really well. And just, you know, after only a few days of owning Tilray, this new Tilray call, we're already up 22%. So that was awesome, but I already made a video about that, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. Our losers, we had Canopy Growth and AMD. Not too many losers, but I guess they did finish down. In fact, the reason that the balance showed that I lost $2,900, you'll notice that my winners are pretty good. The reason I showed that is because I did take $2,500 out to pay for the Tesla reservation, so I really only lost like $400 that day. So it wasn't a huge loss. And let's just go to the next day. So this was actually Friday. I didn't take a lot of screenshots, and here's a random picture of a cookie because this is one of the things I got while in Lake Tahoe. It was delicious, and I wanted to show you guys because it was so awesome. It was from a place called, I think, Baked Bear. So if you're ever in Lake Tahoe in the south side by the South Lake Tahoe in California, check it out. It's pretty cool. Really cool place. You can make your own custom like ice cream sandwiches. And I'm showing you some random pictures that I put in the timeline while editing this video because it's a really pretty scenery, and I wanted to share with you guys the scenery and the places that, like one of the places that we went to. I forget the name. It was Viking's Home. It was called Viking's Home. There was a trail that led down to it. And anyway, I thought it was really nice. If you guys are looking for a little destination and you live pretty close to there, it could be a pretty cheap vacation to go on. We just rented an Airbnb, and it was pretty affordable. Anyways, this Tilray, I want to talk about Tilray stock because this chart, and this is something that I have to learn. I learned it now in hindsight because this was like one of the first times I was in the position where I was holding on to a call that was just blowing up and making a ton of money. I didn't know what to do with myself. But looking at the chart, you can see how steep it goes, and that really is the sign. That's the warning sign that it cannot keep going like that, because if it went any more steeper, it would be going vertical, and the stock would be going to infinity. It's mathematically impossible. And so when you see something like that happen, it's like the best opportunity, in my opinion, to buy puts, because once you start seeing it go up and you kind of wait till it gets to the top, even when it starts coming down, you can get a put right away. If you time it really well, man, you can make a killing. Anyways, I'm not a financial advisor, so that's not stock advice. But anyways, I just wanted to point that out because we know from that video I made that I did make a lot of money on that Tilray call, but I didn't buy puts at the end. And that was stupid of me. I should have. But I just wanted to throw that in there as a lesson to you guys beginners who are just starting out investing. These charts can really, really help you look at when a stock is just going ridiculous. And so, yeah. Anyways, let's keep moving. So Monday, stocks didn't do great. And I didn't take a screenshot for the last hour, so I'm posting the screenshot here of the headlines that show the stocks. Let's go to our winners and losers. So our winners were not many because we took a big hit this day. Our Tesla call, though, 315 strike did really well. And then you can see some of our other calls. The Tilray call went up again, so we're now up 48% on that already, which is just nuts. Okay, so again, I want to point out that I didn't take the screenshots from Friday. So this is actually my gain from Thursday to Monday. But Friday, it was a pretty even day Friday, so it really wasn't a big difference anyways. Let's go to the losers, though. Amazon was our biggest loser. So that was the reason we took the biggest hit, was Amazon and Netflix. So, yeah. All right, so in terms of articles, there's really not much I want to talk about. But again, I want to point out how frustrating the headlines can be. If you look at the headlines there, look at the top one. No, not the top one. The second one. It says S&P 500 stretches winning streak to 4 days as tech stocks rebound, trade jitters ease. Okay, so they're like, okay, cool. Maybe people aren't worrying about the trade wars anymore. So this was on Thursday. Okay, come Monday, tech firms lead slide as trade worries weigh on U.S. stocks. So again, I mean, I mentioned this so many times. I'm a broken record at this point, but it just kind of shows you how the psychology of the investors as a whole work. They're very, very fickle, okay? It's very hard for them to hold on to anything for more than a day. It's like they have like chronic ADD. It's like, ooh, trade wars are nothing. We're not worrying about them. Oh, now we're worrying about them again. Oh, now Apple's doing something cool. Oh, wait, now the Fed's raising interest rates. It's just like they can't keep focus, and it creates opportunities for people to do like swing trading. A lot of people do that because if you take advantage of these swings, you can make a lot of money. And that's something that I'm trying to do more in 2019. Just trying to see like when I can find good opportunities. And speaking of good opportunities, let's go into Apple because I want to talk about Apple again. This article was from Thursday. This was in September when they unveiled all their stuff. Jim Cramer said the Apple Watch is like the gateway drug to Apple's whole ecosystem. And I agree with him, even though I'm not a huge fan of him particularly. I do agree because it's no one can deny the Apple Watch 4 is a very, very solid product. And if people are buying that watch, they're most likely going to be buying the phone, which is what Jim Cramer was saying. So it's kind of like it's a cheaper way to get into the Apple ecosystem because the iPhones obviously are way more expensive, but the Apple Watch is less expensive. But once you're exposed to like that, the Apple ecosystem, it makes you want to kind of stay in there, and it kind of makes you end up being more of a big customer to Apple. So that's why I want to point out, because I think that's a really good point. The next point I want to make is, so check out these headlines. This is actually, okay, this is from January 3rd now, 2019. So these are some recent headlines. The whole thing with Apple dragging the market down, I think it's just people overreacting. And here's why. It's really just like, I think the main reason that Apple is struggling is mainly just their last iPhones. It's like, yeah, like the one before that didn't sell as well, maybe the one before that, but like, I think now more than ever, it's more noticeable. Like, okay, Apple needs to step it up with the iPhones. They're charging a lot of money. The features aren't really like that groundbreaking compared to the last phone. And I just read another headline that people are actually holding onto their iPhones longer, where before people would be getting new iPhones every 2 years. Once that whole battery scandal happened, people are paying more attention to their battery life, and they can actually see it now. And they're realizing, wow, my phone actually will last pretty, a long time, especially if I take better care of it. And you can get a battery replaced for not that much money. So they say now people are on average are holding on to their iPhones for about 35 months, which is almost 3 years. And I actually am fitting into that category because I'm still holding on to my phone from 2016, and I'm going to be upgrading this year, 2019. So that's 3 years. And so I kind of fall into that category as well. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. And I think, like I said in the last video, Apple's going to be like, okay, we have a lot of money. We have $130 billion in just cash. We can step it up a little bit. We can make the next iPhone that much better. We can maybe make vast improvements in the camera, or we can add a third camera, or they can, improve the AR, augmented reality features. They have a lot more room to improve, and I think if they really want to, they will, and they can be right back in it. And so I think this is kind of a big overreaction, especially when you see headlines like Apple's slowdown in China ripples through global financial markets. Like, really, the global financial markets are going to be going down because of an iPhone? I don't think that's that big of a deal. Obviously, there's more things tied to that. The article's saying other businesses see it as a warning of trade disputes with China or whatever, whatever the case may be. I still don't. I think this is just one of those things where it sparks people to panic. I don't think it's really a big reason to panic. So I think the iPhones in 2019 are going to be awesome. I'm going to be getting one for sure. I have no plan on ever not getting iPhones. I just like the phones, and I'm a fanboy now. So whatever you want. I mean, you can hate me if you want, but I invest in Apple, so I like to support them. So anyways, I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not worried about Apple. My gut is really telling me I should be buying Apple right now because it's really, really cheap. I just really want my puts to make more profit first so I can sell them and then buy some more Apple calls. But I need a couple more bad days to profit on those puts. So I'm hoping I can time it right. But yeah, my gut is really telling me Apple's a strong buy right now. That's just my personal opinion. And I want to know your guys' opinion. Do you guys think Apple is a really good buy at this price? Or do you think it could go back down to like $100 or $120? What do you guys think is going to be happening with Apple, and what price do you like it? Do you like it now, or do you think it's going to go lower? I would really like appreciate your comments below. So thank you, and if you like the video, hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. Hope you guys have a fantastic night, and we will see you tomorrow. Hey guys, thanks again for checking out this video. If you want another way to support the channel, please check out that Patreon link up there at the top. You get access to my private Discord server where we chat about different companies we're looking at investing in. I also post my current trades in real time, as well as news headlines with little mini summaries, and you can also get discounts on any merchandise that we sell, like a shirt like this, for example. And if you want to just subscribe to the channel, I would appreciate that as well. You can just click that black logo there at the bottom. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.